All right, are we ready? Is my beard on fleek? Is my eyebrows on fleek? Everything good to go? All right, prepare yourselves, me hearties. The weather is getting rough. Dark and stormy, Wicked Weed Brewing, coming at you right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Southern Brews N Boos. I'm your host, Isaiah, and as always, thanks for watching. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and kick this off. I have with me today Wicked Weed Dark and Stormy, which is this is in my opinion, because I have not had any of Wicked Weed's beers, lineups, whatever, nothing. Never even been there. Been close to there, but never been there. This is called a Dark and Stormy. It is a rum barrel-aged ale brewed with ginger and molasses. According to the back of the bottle, it says, Dark and Stormy emerges from the confluence point of two brewing seas. One beer surges from the south with smooth molasses and exotic spices in Caribbean rum barrels, while the other blows in from the north with bright ginger and turbinado sugar. These two brews crash together to form the perfect balance of dark and stormy. So, we're getting ready to crack that one open here in a minute. And we're just going to dive right in and Alright, so once again we have the Wicked Weed Brewing Dark and Stormy rum barrel aged brewed with ginger and molasses. I'm trying to find if I can find the ABV on it. It says this is a 12.7 ounce fluid ounce bottle. It's 10.5% alcohol by volume. And it was actually bottled June 14th, 2018. So, get another shot. See if we can get another shot right there. Dark and Stormy, Wicked Weed. Alright, so I've poured me a glass here, as you can see. Now, on film, it does look to be black, but that is not the case. It looks more brown, is what it looks like. And I'm definitely getting, I can smell the rum from those rum barrels. It kind of smells, I know this sounds ridiculous, but it does smell like that alcohol, that burn almost, that you get from a lot of almost bourbon barrels and stuff. But it smells good. I can smell the ginger. And I can definitely smell that sweetness from the molasses. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Not a big of a bite of alcohol as I thought as it would have, but it's very smooth, very smooth. Maybe that's the molasses kind of mellowing everything out, but that's actually really good. That is really good. I'm enjoying that thoroughly. And I'm surprised at it, to be honest with you. Nothing against Wicked Weed or anything else, but this to me, in my experience with craft beer, that this is, at 10.5%. I know that may not seem like a lot for some people, but for me, that I consider that a lot. 10.5% ABV, and that's a lot. But I think that as big of a beer and with these complex flavors in here, like it has, I think it's done a very well-rounded job of just just encompassing everything that you could possibly want from that. And I'm pleased as punch, to be honest with you. Wow. I really didn't see that coming, to be honest. I really didn't, and I'm kind of shocked and surprised. So, why don't you all kick back and pull up a chair and relax, because I'm about to tell you another story. The show ain't Brews and Goodbye. It's Brews N Boos, and the Boos stands for Ghost Stories. And Wicked Weed is they're based in Asheville, North Carolina. And if you follow me at the Southern Spectre podcast, now available on Apple, by the way, if you go and if you've listened to the latest episode, you would know that I have been covering some of the legends and tales, ghosts, and things of that nature of North Carolina, especially Western North Carolina. And the one I'm going to cover today is the legend of the Whang Doodle. Don't look at me like that. So, the story goes as follows. In the late 19th century, the youngest son of an African-American farming family encountered a strange creature lurking in the Appalachian foothills. As a child, Alex White lived in the hills of Polk County near Lynn, tucked down in the southwest corner of the state, right on the South Carolina border. In the 1930s, Mr. White told a folklorist working with the Federal Writers Project about the hairy beast that lurked near his family's farm, the thing he knew as the Whang Doodle. And yes, I can look at you with a straight face when I say that. Whang Doodle. According to Mr. White, he first heard of the Whang Doodle when he was very young, sitting by the fire in his family's home. He remembered his mother was using a hot needle to burn out the cores of fig stems to make pipe stems. He watched with fascination as his mother set a darning needle in the coals of the fire, letting it get red hot before poking it into the stem and burning out the soft center. He recalled the sweet smell and thin smoke of the burning fig wood filling the room. As his father watched the needle glowing red hot in the fire, he said that the needle looked just like the Whang Doodle's tongue. His wife scolded him, telling him not to scare the children with stories of the Whang Doodle. The father got a mischievous look in his eyes and leaned back in his chair and started singing a song. Whang Doodle holler and Whang Doodle squall. Look out, chillin'. Do he get you all? I don't know. We'll find out. And with that, she told him to hush, and she took the children off to bed. Now, the room where Alex and his younger brother Jim slept was also the room where his mother kept strings of peppers hanging from the ceiling to dry. As the wind blew and the light from the window shone in, the shaking peppers cast shadows like long claws scratching on the walls, and Jim whispered that he too had heard about the Whang Doodle. And he quietly sung another verse of the song. The Whang Doodle moaneth, and the Whang and the Whang Doodle moaneth, and the doodle bug whineth. Hearing that, Alex was too scared to sleep. He lay awake, listening to the sound of his parents snoring in the next room, to the sound of the dog scratching and shuffling beneath the house, to the thousand small sounds that fill up a country night. As he lay awake, he heard a new, strange sound joining in, a long scream coming from way off in the night. Yow! That was not my best, I promise you. Yow! And Alex knew he wouldn't sleep at all that night. He lay there, listening to the breeze in the trees, the crickets chirping, and the mice scuttling along in the walls. It seemed like it was all settling down again, but then he heard that scream once more, and this time it was much, much closer. Yow! And then the pig in the pen started howling and squealing. Wee! This woke the whole family up, and as his father yelled, "Something's after the hog!" Alex's father grabbed his gun, his mother grabbed a lantern, and the whole family rushed into outdoors. They rushed outdoors. They didn't rush in the outdoors, they rushed outdoors. The light from the lantern swung around onto the pig pen, and there it caught the gleam of two huge eyes, glowing like balls of green fire. His father let off a blast from his shotgun, and young Alex saw something leap over the fence of the pen. Something as long as a cow, as high as a goat, with big mule-like ears, and covered all over with gray fur. In one long jump, it was back in the woods, and as it went, it let out another scream. Yow! And his father yelled, "God almighty, boy, run for the house. Yonder goes the Whang Doodle." That was enough for Alex. He ran back inside and found that Jim had already beat him to their bedroom and had his head buried underneath the covers, and nobody in the house slept at all that night. Alex White never saw the Whang Doodle again, but all his life he was cautious about going deep into the woods and would walk away whenever someone mentioned the Whang Doodle, and he never, ever forgot that song. Whang Doodle holler and Whang Doodle squall. Look out, chillin', do he get you all? And that is my interpretation of the Whang Doodle. Whang Doodle, you're welcome. So anyway, that's the story of the Whang Doodle. That came from North Carolina, from, I guess it was a retelling of Mr. Alex White's original tale. I guess something he had experienced once during his childhood. And, you know, I thought the tale was pretty good. You know, it's short, sweet, it's concise, and to the point. And I really enjoyed that tale, and just as much as I enjoyed this Wicked Weed Dark and Stormy. And, you know, just like with anything else, especially nowadays, here there be monsters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining the show today. I hope you enjoyed everything. If you'd like to check out more spooky stories, tales, and legends, go check out the Southern Spectre podcast. I'll leave links in the description below. Also, be sure to click on my Instagram and Facebook. Follow us there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you like what you saw, be sure to leave a click. Don't leave a click. Click the like button. Click subscribe. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. But anyway, I hope you guys take care. I'll see you next time.